Okay, this is Aaron again with Exalted Lamb 1, and I have a shorter video for you. Well, not super short, but shorter than the norm. And I cannot wait to get this out. This may be my very last video, so sign up for Telegram, as soon as you can, for notifications and even more for information, because I'm putting out information on there. As far as things I'm working up, and even when we go into this timeline, I'm going to be putting stuff out as well, and not necessarily at all on YouTube. So sign up. It's links below in the description box here below this video. So without further ado, I'm going to move on forward about how amazing some of this stuff is, and we're coming upon it in a few days here. So here we go. So this is... I've been looking at the first day in February for the last 5 weeks, basically 5 weeks. Well, actually, even before that, but I was being shown that in so many different ways, and that's why I was predicting as well the demise of the Queensles and also Trumple coming back and all that kind of stuff. And now this is completely lining up in never before seen ways, because the overlap of the Julian calendar with the Gregorian. And I'm just very thankful. Man, it's just crazy. This is coming together now. And because of this overlap of these dates, this numerology, I'm getting more confirmation than ever, because these different events are showing this and this on each day. They're showing both. So this is incredible. So basically, as we're coming up on the 12th and 13th of March, the 12th is the 27th of February. And the 13th is also the 28th of February. So these are both the first days here. Okay, and then we go on to the 4th and 5th days here, right here. Even though it's 4th and 5th, but it's 3 and 4, 3rd and 4th, because we have this first day right here. So this moves it down as far as numbers. But it's 4th and 5th day right here, and that's, again, they made it even harder to see, but you have to understand how this thing comes together, like I do. So, and I'm going to show this now. Again, the proof's going to be when this stuff starts kicking off, like I said, in the first day. And I say first day as in a sense, a 24-hour period concluding both these dates here because of time, time zones. And people have, when you're in one particular day in one part of the world, there's the next day in another part of the world. And then also one day is an event day, and the next day is the reporting day. So let's say somebody is killed one day, then they'll typically, or especially later that day, then the reporting day is the next day. So they love these 2-day things. So I'm sharing this as well. So, okay, here we go. So 4th and 5th day are right here. 7th and 8th right here, and then 11th and 12th are right here, and then the last 2 days right here, and right here mirrored right here. So again, I know this is confusing as heck, and hopefully you just have to look at these things. I'm going to also post as soon as I can, if YouTube will allow me to. Last couple times they have, but for months before that, they would not let me post just in comments, which doesn't make any sense. I mean, there's no reason not to, but they've been secretly barring me from that. But I'll put the timeline of events as well I'll post them in the top of comments, pin them to the top of comments as well. But I'm also going to share them in this video at the end, so you'll understand the exact dates and what's going to happen as well. Okay, so you don't have to try to figure this thing out right here, but this will help you to kind of see what it is. Okay, and I'm announcing. Well, that was really lame. Sorry. I wish I had a big, huge trumpet and stuff. I'd probably blast your ears off. This is incredible. This is something the Lord has led me to. Finally, the biggest sign ever shown. I'm confident of this, and the Lord has really led me to this. The biggest sign ever shown to the world, and this is when I believe the faithful leave. It is an incredible sign. So we basically have right down here, we have the moon in a crescent shape. In fact, this is about a 25% moon on that day right here. It's right in between 26, 27, right in here. I'm trying to hard explain. It can go all the way up to the 27th, but it's probably the best alignment right at about noon on the 26th for my time. But it depends on your time zone, so that really depends. You go back farther from me to Hawaii and all that kind of stuff, and just keep going, or go forward, whatever. It just depends. So this moon is at about 25% crescent on the left side. My daughter had a dream about that, and that was the time of the rapture when this thing shows up. And so I've been looking at that as well over time. And then it looks like it matched up a few times, but not like this. This is incredible. So we have basically Pluto, Mars, Venus, Saturn, and then we have Aquarius right in the middle, like it's being bookended here by so we're talking about like 5 bodies over here, 5 bodies over here, and it's right here. It's the water bearer, and that's said in the Bible, and I'm going to show that in a second here. This is a massive, massive sign like never before. It's just incredible. And I'm so thankful, so humbled that the Lord has led me to this. I cannot even say. This is Jupiter, Neptune, Mercury, the Sun, Uranus, and then Pleiades. What's Pleiades? Pleiades is right in Taurus, and it's massively important. I'm going to share that with you, why that is. It's also mentioned in the Bible a few times. So Uranus is basically saying something right here about the lamb and the lamb or the ram, basically, okay? And it's pointing to what this is as well in the name. And I'm going to show that to you. So again, this is on the last day of my 14-day timeline. It's just incredibly timed. I can't even say how amazing this is. I can't do it justice right now. I just cannot. I'm going to try to share a few more things with you about this, but I really can't do the justice. So hopefully you see that, you dive into what this is, you look it up on some kind of astronomical software or whatever. So that's important. It's huge. This thing is huge, massively huge. So, okay. And then Mark 14:13-14 says, "And he sendeth forth 2 of his disciples, and saith unto them, Go ye unto the city, and there shall meet you a man bearing a pitcher of water. Follow him. And wherever he shall go in, say ye to the good man of the house, The master saith, Where is the guest chamber, where I shall eat the Passover with my disciples?" There is the water bearer. This is what we're looking for. This is in the Bible, and this is about this is before Passover. It's crazy. I'm so thankful for what this is. I mean, the timing from going into the middle of this time frame is right around. We're going into Nisan. Basically, it's the what do you call it? The spring equinox is what I'm trying to say. Spring equinox, which basically equals Stinky BO, the 44th Press, Brock Insane, Obama. That pretty much equals that. The spring equinox. It's really the birth of the sun god and everything. It's when there's about 12 hours, and Jesus talks about when there's 12 hours in a day, and that's a marker for this as well. There's so much going on with this, I can't even say. So let me go back to this again, okay? And then again, that's the water bearer. So it's marking out that by 5 bodies on either side, okay? And then Uranus literally means heaven. In Greek mythology, he was the progenitor of the whole line of Grecian gods, and it means the heaven or heaven. So that's what we're pointing to right here. This is a whole line, and then this is basically saying heaven, and it's right there. And a lot of people don't know this, but I've researched this years ago. It's so cool that from my past research of 20-some years ago, 15, 20, 30, 2025, over some time, I learned things like, the Pleiades is basically, or the 7 churches were basically 7 sisters in a sense, and they basically mark those are kind of a representation of Pleiades. As you can see here, the stars are very closely resemble this right here. In fact, these are a little bit off probably. They're a little bit closer to this slightly. But this best I could find, I saw I knew about some of the research online, and I couldn't find it again. So I had to kind of redo some things that I knew was going on. And this is the best thing I could find at the time to kind of show the orientation, but it's a little bit better than this, a little bit closer to this. But you see this, literally it's lined up very close to this, and that's the intention. And it was the idea that it was, Jesus set this up so this could be an example, the first century church example of heaven on earth. And so this is heaven and this is on earth in a sense. And this is where, again, symbolically or maybe even literally, in some ways, where the faithful are going and where heaven is. It's crazy. So if you've done any kind of research on that, you know what I'm talking about, okay? Now, jumping to the next thing. these symbols that we've seen in different things, we've got, you may know this symbol, this symbol. Anyway, they're kind of showing up for me in different ways. And I'm still looking for the Tau that's in the PlayStation controller. And I'm still saying that's still going to happen possibly. Okay. And again, these are massive guesses. Like I've always said, and I always give Jesus the credit for giving me breadcrumbs, and he gives me clues, and he doesn't tell me the whole thing because he can't until we get almost there, and this might be that we're almost here. So I'm so excited about what I'm sharing with you right now and where we're at, because we're talking about wars going on right now. There's just amazing stuff happening, and it's about to kick off. It really is. So I'm super confident of this right now. Now we'll see how it plays out. But again, the first day will be the kicker on this whole thing. And I'm just looking forward to what Jesus said about a month ago to me, that I'm going to silence those critics. And I cannot wait for all that stuff to come to pass. So, and be with Jesus, of course. So this is actually saying right here, what is this? Now look at this. Boom. Triangle, circle, square is 1938. Well, what's 1938? I wonder what that could be. Well, that's insane. No Obama. Okay, right here, insane, no Obama, right here. Okay, the stinky BO right here. Look at that. Okay, it's a message. Now, where is this message? It's all over the place, but it's in different ways. Let me show you what that is. It's a message in what we've just experienced with the very and the ant, and this one here, and then the Ami and the Kron and the Delt and the Delt and the Ta right here, and then we're going into the complete thing of this, which he is pi. Okay, and the pi is actually 3, 1, and then 4. And I put a little slash here because it's also the date, because this is the last date on the Julian. But if you add 13 days to that, it's the real date on the Gregorian that we're familiar with, the 27th. So he's going to be revealed on the Julian calendar on 314, and that's pi, and he is pi. He's also phi, and which is kind of a perfection. A lot of different things that they call him, because he is a clone, and they've made him to be what they think is perfect and all this stuff, to lead the world and all this stuff and all this crazy stuff. But ultimately, the square is the cube of pi, which is it's a black sun. It's Omicron. It's not Omicron. It's Chronos. It's a lot of things. I'm not getting into all that stuff. But if you see here, 3 is these 3 sides right here. 1 is in a sense one continuous side, and then we have 4 being 4 sides. So that's the symbol for this hiding pi, or even the date 314. It's crazy. Okay, even right here, again the same words is 431, and then scrambled is 314 right there. Okay, this is really crazy. Okay, I wanted to point that out here as well. There's different things I'm going to be just cutting to, and things that are important things that I've been shown and seen here recently that kind of really support this. Now, there's so much more. I have probably about 5 hours of video I could share, but I'm not going to. And then I've been having this massive problem with this program saving. Every time you do something, it saves, but it's usually in the past it's saved quickly, or you can't really sense how that it saved it. Well, now it's each save's taking 20 to 30 seconds, and it's impossible to do anything. So I can't make this very long. It's just taking an exorbitant amount of time, and I think this is on purpose. As I'm getting close to this time, it's making it very difficult to do anything. So here we go. Let's keep going. And what is that referring to? Well, look, the latest operating system on Android is this. See? Triangle, circle, square, boom. Okay, it's right there. It's at the bottom. And so people are being programmed with this, the birth of this guy coming to the world on 314 on the Julian, which is 327/326 on the Julian. On the Gregorian. So again, a lot of things to prove this in so many different ways. Now let's go. And that operating system is called, the latest is called Lollipop. And that Lollipop just happens to be 444444. Here's some examples there. Like I said, remember his name was the 314, the triangle, circle, square. And then it just happens to pop up here. He was the 44th pres. Yeah, right. Those are his numbers. And then here we go. Android Lollipop is 233, or the 23rd of March. By the way, the 23rd of March on my timeline on the Gregorian is when he is struck by lightning and tsunamis happen on that day. It's the 11th day, but it's 323. And then also that's his full name in reverse ordinal as well. So you see these both are reverse. One just a little bit different. That's like 23rd of March, and this is March 23rd. Basically the same darn thing. Okay, you see that? I mean, are you kidding me? This is all, they're in so many ways, they're launching this guy's name out there. I mean, even Ukraine in English gematria is 474, and 474 is Barack Obama in original Hebrew. I mean, are you kidding me? Okay, so and then lollipop soft keys, that's what those are called, on the bottom of a phone. And they're not hard keys, they're soft keys. So lollipop soft keys, triangle, circle, square is 3168. What's 3168? 1 can be a 1 or a slash, and then 6 plus 8 is 14. There you go. That's not you think that's another massive coincidence? I don't think so. And then we have even more. I got even more coming. Android lollipop, okay, is 1398, which is what? 3, switch the 3 and the 1 right here. You can do that usually one time at least. 3 and 1 switch, and then 9 plus 8 is 17. So you got 3117, which is really 327. And then we have both end dates. 314 on the Julian and 327 on the Gregorian. They're both the last day. Remember how they overlap? And so those are both the last days. Again, I'm going to show you first days, last days, middle days, and some, but not everything and not tons of stuff. I'm just going to show you for the length that I have here because I can't do a ton right now, and I just can't. It's hours and hours to do all this stuff with how they've made these constraints on me on different programs. And I'm going to give you an example here soon of how A and then I is influencing me, and I'm going to show you how uncanny this is. And it's not, and I'm not typically, I'm not paranoid in any stretch of by any stretch of the imagination, but I put things together, and I have deductive reasoning like crazy off the chain here, and I'm able to figure out certain things and prove things by what I do in my videos. And then that translates to what I'm going to show you and how I'm going to pretty much prove that I'm being kind of tampered with digitally. I'm going to say it that way. Okay. Just say it that way. And I'll try to say the right words so I don't come up in the wrong algorithm. Okay. Lollipop by itself is also the first day, 13th of March on the Gregorian. 13th of March, are you kidding me? And then it's also the first day on the on the Julian. I can't speak the words sometimes. Okay. So that's lollipop is 313 on the Gregorian, and the same first day is what? What is this? That's 120, but you just switch the 2 and the 1. Again, you just do one little switch sometimes, or a couple little things, and then that's how they hide things. Otherwise, it'd be too obvious. And that is 210. So switch that. That's 210. What's 210? February 28th is 2 plus 8 is 10. Okay, again, that's the switch. So we have both days on both calendars, right, represented. Both last days are represented just by this operating system in different ways showing this. It's crazy, okay? Now, this was shown by, thanks for the heads up on this. I think it was by my brother Timothy. If it was somebody else, I think it was, though, for sure. Whoever it may be shared this too, thanks so much. But Britney Spears posted this on the 27th, okay, marking out the 28th as a day, but it wasn't that actual day on the Gregorian at that time. No, it was a future date on the Julian that was going to show up on the 13th under the Gregorian of March. But literally, here is the blonde Britney Spears holding the apple, like on the first day. I mean, are you kidding me? And people say that iPad Go does nothing, and it's not it's just an animated, it's just a cartoon, they say. Just a cartoon. Man, wow. You are, wow. I mean, I'll just say, you're an F with an ool. I mean, seriously, it's just crazy. Just crazy. Because that's not the way it adds up. I mean, you literally can't see the forest because the trees are in your face, and those limbs are smacking you, and you got the pine needles in your nose and stuff like that. I mean, seriously, get the sap out of your everything, all the little crevices and stuff. Get them out. Get it out. Okay, so look at that. See, literally it says right up here. It says a little bit blurry, but you can read it. It says New York, and that is the Big Apple, or well, that's a small apple, but that's an example of what is in iPad Go because she's holding a big apple. Lily is, and she's the blonde holding this. There's several things going on here with this ring. There's leather seats. There's so much stuff, and I've looked at all this messaging. It's all gematria for these exact days, literally this day, and a ton of it's for the 28th. I'm just not going to get into it right now, but why is she involved in this? And I've explained this in past videos, but I'm going to just hit it right now for those who don't know or don't remember. Boom, Brittany Jean Spears is her full name, and it's an anagram. It's a word anagram. What's that? Well, let me tell you, that's one of the things the Lord's taught me about, the word anagrams. Not just a letter anagram, it's a word anagram. And Brittany Jean Spears is hiding Britton Spears John, because Jean is John or Jean in French. Jean in French is Jean in stupid English, how we say stuff. But that's John, okay? So that's how it goes. So it's really saying Britton Spears John. And so it's warning of the attack on New York that's coming up that I'm going to talk about more. The Nukesels and Manhattansels with Trumple. Okay, and she is going to kick the bucket the day before he does. She's going to kick the bucket the same day Stinky BO does, and then the next day is going to be Trumple. So, but because her name's so famous, just like Stinky BO's is, it's going to be predictive programming for the next day for Trumple, and they want that big of predictive programming for him to bite and a bit of a warning. They have to warn people of what's coming, especially the big events, even more and more as things get closer and closer. So that's what that's showing. Okay, I'm telling you, believe it or not, you'll see. Okay, and then again, that's Lily holding the apple, and that's the big apple. And then literally also on here, there's a big wave right here. It's a huge tsunami wave. If you look at it kind of closely, there's so much stuff going on here. I'm just going to show you that. Okay, then I'm going to tell you a story about how I was looking at the timeline for a few weeks ago, where the first day was February 19th, and then I got this dream, okay, and it was Jesus. At first I thought I was an angel, but then when I'm talking to the Lord and stuff, I'm just like, okay, why did you have an angel? I've never had an angel come to me in a dream. And he goes, that was me, but I was just, you're getting closer to me. And I'm like, what? And he said, you're getting closer to me, my glorified form. And so what you heard from me was the different version of me. You used to like a more earthly version of me in your dreams, but I'm just showing you that in a sense he was just giving me some good stuff here, and it was me, and it sounded like I was an angel with a bigger voice and everything like that. And I'm just like, whoa, I'm just kind of freaking out a little bit and excited as well at the same time. But he said to me in my dream, and this is now about 2.5 weeks ago, I think. 2.5, 3 weeks ago, maybe. He said, ISIS is born on 2/10. And the voice was just like, ISIS is born on 2/10. It was just so like, and I thought it was an angel, but and he was kind of like behind me a little bit, like he was booming it to my right ear, but kind of behind me a little bit, and it was saying, and I thought it was, but it was him, and I didn't hear his voice like that before, in a dream or anything. So that's crazy, and I feel like I'm getting even closer to him. So anyway, and I'm like, okay, wow, and I was trying to unpack that, and I couldn't, and then I was realizing, okay, I'm looking at the first day being 2, possibly, 19 is 1 + 9 is 10, this could be it, but then it wasn't, and then I'm just like, but he said it 2/10, it wasn't the 10th, it wasn't, so I'm like, so I just sat on it for a little bit, and then it was ISIS. I knew that Stinky BO was ISIS. He's a Baphomet, and I'm probably the only one that really talks about that he's both genders, and that's even more proven by several other things I've been sharing lately, like the symbol for Mercury is not, and that's the messenger between the gods and man. And Mercury, the symbol for that is also the symbol for exact symbol. It's a stick figure with horns. Look it up. It's also the symbol for hermaphrodite, and and that's both sexes in one. Again, that's even more support of that, but. So I was sitting on this, and I'm just like, okay, Lord, what's going on here? And it wasn't time to like dig into it or whatever it was, but I knew it was, he gives me these messages like this. They're just masterful, and they're detailed, and there's something like that. And I'm just like, I obviously don't have what I need yet. So I just knew that. And so I'm going to wait. And then, again, 219 passed, and then I was going to the next possible thing, and I was like, okay, I don't know what it could be. So, and then, so anyway, here, and then, so about it's been a couple weeks after that. So it was actually on the 27th, I decided, of February, decided to, 26th, I decided to do a kind of a fast of electronics because the timeline I just had didn't happen, and I was annoyed by that. But then I had this ISIS thing, but I was like, and that was even more annoying because I didn't know what it was and all this stuff. And then I decided, okay, so for a day, I didn't have any kind of electronics. I didn't have my phone, which is just really weird. But I mean, I could do what I need to do. But the problem is, I'm linked to so many people and things, and so many things are going on that it's just if you ever do that and put a phone away for 24 hours, it's just very different. It's just very different. And I do what I got to do. It's not a big deal. I can do any of that stuff. And so I did. And then I really felt like the next day in the morning, he was saying, "I want you to watch this movie." And I was really pulled towards it. I'm like, okay, so, and I hadn't watched it for a little while anyway, and it was really well done. It's one of my maybe your top 20 movies of all time, and I'm a big fan of Denzel Washington as far as what the work he does and everything. Now, all these people, they work for the wrong things, they're doing the wrong things and all that stuff. But even that, with that context for me, I try to enjoy them to some degree as well, but I know what they are. And so you know that you're analyzing, it's predictive programming, it's all this evil stuff. But then on the other hand, I mean, I just put it where it needs to be. But then I also have to kind of appreciate some things about them and use them, because otherwise you're just doing something that's just horrible and really annoying, and you're like, so you got to kind of make the most of it, really. That's how I do. The only thing with these videos, I mean, these videos, I could be very depressing, I could be, and all that, but why? I mean, why not just make the most of it? And again, a religious person doesn't understand that. They don't see, oh yeah, that's how, don't celebrate Halloween. How could you talk about, I mean, just all these things. And it's the heart that matters. And, it's the balance that you understand. Now, ultimately, I'm exposing the evil. That's what I do. And I'm exposing it. I'm not part of it. I'm not in it. I'm looking at it from the outside and all this stuff. So, but I do appreciate certain things, and I do enjoy certain things while I'm here. It's just the way it is, the way life is. So, again, if you don't understand that, wow, just like buck up, Buttercup. So this person, okay, so in this movie, well, let me say it this way. So I was compelled to watch this movie, and I'm like, okay. So I was just, enjoying it. It was, again, there's stories. The stories are usually most stories are neither good or evil in a sense, but they're used for good or evil, depending on what's done to them. You take almost any story. I mean, think about that, like Bible, even Bible stories or Bible movies on TV. They're manipulated and lied about, and all kinds of stuff that never happened in the Bible and all this stuff. Or you could take it and make it just like it's supposed to be, and it could be good. Or you can take that Bible story and make it bad, and make it about something it shouldn't be, and really distort it and make God look bad. Like some of these, like the movie Noah. Oh my gosh! Like there's so many things about that. And other movies I've seen, there's like, are you kidding me? That's not biblical. It makes God look horrible and all this stuff. Anyway, so it's all perspective, and it's all the heart of God that you need to discern things properly and not be a religious out there person. Those are my biggest issues I have on this channel, the religious nutballs. And as far as I'm concerned, if you're a religious nutball, keep your comments to yourself, because you're the first ones I delete. You are. That's it. You think you're better than other people because of what you think you know, and you don't know that much, really. And first of all, you don't know the first commandment, which is to love people more than anything else. That's really, love God first, and then love your neighbor as yourself. And that you don't do that. You don't do that. And so you're not being Christian in any way, any form. You're not loving, you're not considering the other person, you're not being gracious to the other person. Now, it doesn't mean people walk all over people. It doesn't mean you take certain things, but it also means being decent and loving to people. And most Christians are not Christian these days, I've found. And it's really sad. So sad commentary on a world. That's why these things are coming, by the way. Okay, so in this movie, this woman here, let me go back, sorry. I'm talking about different things. She dies, okay? She dies in this movie. He's able to look in the past. So she is, and this is where this comes into play, this thing right here, and I could not believe it. Finally, it was showing me she is Isis and he is Osiris. And there's also a movie called Boss Level that has been out. And it's about the Osiris spindle, and it's a machine that takes you back in time. And this is another machine that the government has that's secret this guy secretly goes back in time to try and stop her from being killed, and these people being killed. See the explosion on the ferry. 500 and of course 500 and was it 527 people or something like that, which is, it ends up being 57, but something like that. You die and everything. It's just so predictable, for me anyway. So he goes back in time to try and stop her from dying and all this stuff. I'm not getting into what that is, but she's Isis, he's Osiris. It's really crazy. And then, so when she dies the first time and everything, he's an investigator for the ATF. Then I see this, born February 10th. By the way, I am watching this movie. Okay, I'm watching this movie on February 28th. If you want to get, this is so freaky. The Lord works with me sometimes. I'm watching this on February 28th. Okay, it's that morning. He said, "Hey, go watch this movie, whatever." Not being religious about it. He wants me to learn, and I'm like, boom. There is the ISIS thing. ISIS is born on February 10th. Again, she is ISIS. Okay, 210. This is just crazy. And even this, check this out. 1976 is 1, take away the 9, is 1, 7 plus 6 is 13. It's 113, or March being the first month, and 13 is the first day of March. So we literally have both days right here. We have the one in the Gregorian, which is February 10th or February 28th, because 2 plus 8 is 10. That's both. And then this is 1, or March being the first month to the least, and this is 13. So we literally have both days on the calendar. This is just incredible. So, and I'm watching this on here, on this day. This day right here. Not that day, but this day right here. It's incredible. And he's showing me that what he said was Isis born on this is really this day, okay? And then that day goes by on the calendar. Okay, on the Gregorian, but not on the Julian. But right here, when I went back to look at this, it's showing me that this is on the Julian, this is on the Gregorian. It's crazy, okay? I should say the Roman, but it's also pointing to that too. But this is really the Roman, actually. Okay, so I know long story and all this, but it's crazy. This is crazy. Now, if you understand what I'm saying here, hopefully you do it. This is just mind-blowing. I mean, seriously. Her name is Claire, was Claire Kuchever. Okay, now watch this. Wait, before I do that. Again, the first day is Lily. This is the first day, dropping the apple. This is both days, each day on both calendars that are back-to-back, like I showed you. The first day, Lily drops the apple, and Lily's wearing a rose in her hair. Right there, there's a rose right there. That's a coincidence, because she's Lily also here. I mean, give me a break. So her name is Claire, which means light or bright, and that's the Antichrist. Okay, he's the light bearer, or the false Lucifer. Light. Lucifer means light. Lucifer means light bearer or whatever. Okay, it's right there. And then her last name, I couldn't believe this. I looked this up. I couldn't get the exact definition, but I noticed right with this this website I was on, that Kuchever was Ukrainian. Of all names, of all nationalities at this time, it's Ukrainian. Are you kidding me? And then this actress right here, who plays Claire on there, who plays Isis in a sense in the movie, Paula Patton. But by the way, Paula Patton is PP, which is 7/7, or 16/16, which is 7/7. And 7/7 is the day. 2 sevens is the day he dies. Second month, 7th day. 2 sevens, and one more 7 is 7 days later when he comes back to life. To the world, and that's 777. Anyway, down here, let me use this one actually. Down here, she represents his death. Again, it's about her birth, and her birthday, or Isis's birth here, and they love to do this with these date of births with these actresses, or these actors. They're called actors now, all called actors. December 5th is 12/5 or 1/25. 1/25 is 1/7. That's his death day. I mean, that's what I've been saying. March 7th is his death day, or reported death day. And then right here, 1975 is broken down to 1, take away the 9. Then we have 5-7 here, which, sorry, yeah, you can take away both of these actually right here. 1 and 9. One is, 1 and 9 you can take away, and then that's 5-7. So that is May 7th. And guess what? May to the elites is the third month. So that's May 7 is 3-7, and that's March 7th as well. So we have 1-7, 5-7, 3-7 mean the same thing, March 7th. And then she's 5-7. She's 5'7". Of course, it's all planned for this. Hopefully that makes sense. It's really crazy how this all. And then here, let me give you an example of this thing. I said A, and then the I is messing with me. I literally, all I did on my phone was, I literally, and this is another weird thing about this. I was watching the movie because I didn't have any electronics going at the time. I didn't have my phone with me. I literally had my wife take my phone from me. And then that morning, we still have a DVD player, and we had the movie on DVD, that Deja Vu, and so I popped this in, okay, and I've only been searching this name and Claire, and then I basically am going to a website to look up the name of it and what it means, and I ended up going to this website, and I thought it was, translating some stuff of what it means, but then it's showing me this in Arabic, and it literally says, look at charging Orstad in the Kachiva murder is going to raise too many questions about how we obtained the evidence. That's exactly from the movie. And I didn't search the name together. I searched Claire by itself, and then Kachiva by itself. And by the time I got to Kachiva, I found that thing with the Ukrainian thing. And then maybe it's my third or fourth thing after that. And then it basically is deducing this whole movie that from this name, and somehow knows what I'm doing. I'm like, how, if you understand that, how does this do this? How? I mean, that's freaky, man. I mean, this is not like it's one thing to have an ad that follows you because it knows what you're doing and these other things that they do. But this is just freaky. I didn't even watch this movie on my phone either. And I'm just searching. I searched one name, Claire, and then later, I don't even think it was right around the exact same time. And then I'm searching this, and a few times, and I get to this, and it basically put an exact quote from the movie. I mean, that what this is about. So, wow, hopefully you understand that. That is freaky. I had to show this because this give you a really good example. And I've had others that I just didn't record them. I haven't shared them because, I mean, it's like I don't complain about stuff really and things. If I do, it's rare on my, even on this. Anyway, so, and then look at it. So she was his death. Now he is representing his birth. Now here, there's Denzel. Okay, and you're like, oh yeah, whatever. He's really got, yeah. December 28th is 12/28, and February on the is the 12th month on the Roman calendar. So 12/28 is really 12/28, was February 28th as well. Okay, and again, that's the first day of his birth, February 28th, on the Julian. It's crazy. Okay, first day. Remember, it showed February 10th and then February 28th. And then he is December, which is the 12th month, and February is really 12th month on the Roman. There it is right there. I mean, man, I hope you're following me. If you have to, go back and watch this again, what I just said. So, and then look at his name, Denzel Hayes Washington. Now watch it. Do you think he's not part of this? It's not all programmed? Give me a break. So we got Denzel. Is 6 letters, 1 word, or 1-6. March being the first month to the elites on the Roman calendar, 6 days, exactly the day CBO dies. So we got his birth, the exact day of his birth right here on the Julian, and then we have the exact day on the Roman right here of his death, and that's also the 65th day of the year, okay? And then Denzel is 66, which is then his reported day, which is 1/7 or March 7th. So we have the 2 days. This one, which is the 65th day, the day actually is his demise, and then you have the next day, which is the 66th day of the year. Again, this is on the Julian, and that just happens to be that. Okay, the next one just happens to be that. His middle name just happens to be what? 3 + 4 is 7, and then 8. And so this is the first day he actually kicks the bucket, and that's on Julian calendar. Now we'll go to the Gregorian calendar. The actual day is what? That is March 19th. 13 days later. So you add 13 to that, you get that, the day. Or you add 13 to March 6th, and you get March 19th. I mean, are you kidding me? And then it just keeps going. I mean, look, then we got Washington. Oh, yeah, that's a coincidence, too. Washington's 78, too. 78, 78. And then 13 days after the 65th, which is actual, what I'm saying on timelines is death day. And then we got this. So these are the exact same days, but one's on the Julian, and this is on the Gregorian. The 78th day on the Gregorian is 319. And what's 319? 319s. What's 19? Tau. What's 319's? Triple tau. He's the triple tau. I've been sharing that for a long time. It's crazy. Are you get? Now I'm probably gonna get who knows what. Anyway, I'm gonna say it that way. Okay, and then he just happens to have the same last name as the founder of this country, president guy, right? Okay. And then what does that mean? Now, I'm going to show you this example with a different one called the English Extended and Reverse, because it's so profound. Now, watch this, okay? Now, again, this is even goes back to, the first president programming this time of when the death of the stinky BO is going to be. Okay, here it is. Washington is predicting Denzel and George and any other Washington out there. Washington Carver, blah, blah, blah. Anybody else? Okay, seriously. Here we go. Ready? 9, what's that? 9, 8 plus 5 is 13. What is that backwards? 319. What I just said, the 78th day of the year is 319. The death of the stinky BO, okay? Now look, watch. Washington in English extended reverse. Reverse extended. Look at that. Rule of Kalal, get rid of any one. Get rid of that one. And what do we have? We have 319. We got 319 backwards and 319 right here. And that's a coincidence? With all this other stuff with his name and everything, Denzel and Hayes and the movie and all this stuff? Nope, no thing. So it's all about his death, birth, death, and rebirth. That's what it is. They love this. It's all the same. It's all the same to them. Birth, death, rebirth. Seriously, okay? And again, they're making a cross. That's happens all the crossing the arms. The pharaohs did that. Black Panther, all this stuff, because they're the same. He is Isis. He is Osiris. She is Isis, and they're doing the time warp thing. Let's do the time warp again. Anyway, let's not. Okay, and then look, deja vu, because it's an all uppercase in the movie. What it shows is all 210. Deja vu, 219 is 210. 2, 5 plus 5 is 210. Deja vu, 2, just switch that. 1 and 2 and 1, 210. 2 backwards, 1 plus 9 is 10. 210, 210, 210. Remember, Isis is born on 210, and I knew that weeks before watching this. I mean, are you kidding me? Man, hopefully you're blown away by now, but I was. And then look, this is the birth of Den's Nuggets, okay? Dem's Nuggets, right here. This is his birth right here. Again, remember it was 12/28, which is a form of February 10th. And then this year, to showing that how that kind of matches there, okay, as far as that goes, okay? Now, that's 210, okay? And then over here is the actual reported death, okay? The reported death of him. The 19 will be his death, and then the reported death, so that's also part of his death day right here. And that happens to be exactly 24,555 days, or what is this? Okay, watch this. We have 2, and then we have 4 plus 5 is 9, plus 5 plus 5 is 10, take away 1. So we have 9 plus 1 is 10, 210 right here. 2, 4 plus 5 is 9, and then 5 plus 5 gets 10, take away 0, which is 1. So 5 and 5 is 1, plus 5 plus 4 is 9, which is 10. This is 210. How do you see that? 210, okay? 4 plus 5 is 9, 5 plus 5 is 10, take away 0, so that's 1. 1 plus 9 is 10, 210, okay? 210, that's right here, 210, 210, 210. And then over here, we have 2 plus 4 is 6. Okay, 6. Here you go, 6. And then we have 5. Again, 5 plus 5 is 10. Take away the 1. Take away the 0 is 1. So we have 5, 1 is 6. We have 6, 6, 6, 6. The 66th day of the year is 3/7. 3/7 is 13 days before 320 on the Julian. So we literally have here first day, birthday, death day, death day, birthday, birthday, death day of Osiris. Osiris is Denzel, and Osiris is Stinky BO. Hopefully that makes sense. It's crazy, and there's even more down over here going on that I'm even going to get into. And then now look at her. She's Isis, remember? This is her actual birthday. Well, supposedly all these people's actual birthdays. I mean, whatever. Paula Patton. So right here. So we got her. This is her birth right here, right? And then this is the first day of birth right here. See? Osiris' birth right here. Now watch. We have 16,900. That's 79. 79th day of the year is 320. His death. So from her birth to his birth, it equals right here his death. Right here, his reported death, 79th day of the year, 79. And there's even more I can get into. Look at this, 5 months. There's so much stuff going on with this. This is crazy. So it's all here. Again, Isis is born on 210. Now, what I did was then I broke it down. I broke it down in Gematria. So Isis, and because that's what happens. The Lord's like leads me to do this when he gives me a message like this, because that's how he communicates with me for what they're doing. Because he's teaching me he's been teaching me this whole time what they're doing and everything. And so he that's how he communicates with me, because I've got to do it in their language so I understand what they're doing. And so this is how he does it. So he said, look this up in all kinds of ways, and it's going to be massively crazy. So Isis is born, and again, this is how they do it. They'll use a full phrase, they use part of it, they use just the subject matter, they use Isis born. I didn't even do born. I could have done it anyway. I didn't do every single thing, but I did most of it. Isis is born. Look, 13-3, the first day. Isis is born. Look, backwards, 228. These are both the first day. I mean, are you kidding me? What are the chances of this? That this is coded in the message the Lord gave me weeks before I knew this. I mean, look at this. 313 is the first day on the Gregorian, and 228 backwards. Look at this. Even this is almost somewhere backwards too. 313, and then February is 228 on the Julian. They're both the first day. Isis is born on that first day. I mean, do you see this? Incredible. And then the other day here, Isis, and again, you do just Isis, and it's 213 backwards. 312, I should say. That's another thing. That's the Super Bowl day, but that's also coded in here as well. But 312 is the day before the first day, which I'm saying they're both together, 312 and 313. Okay, because also what I found out later after I knew this, that Trumple is having a rally on the 12th. On the 12th, yeah, March 12th. And I'm like, oh, perfect. So he's either going to announce then or hint to that on then, and then announce on the 13th that he's coming back in some way. Okay, this is crazy. So then we have Isis is also 5-6. What's that? What is that? That is his death day. Okay, again, this is his birth, and the death of Isis, because again, Stinky BO is a Baphomet, so he's male and female, but female Isis, and that's like, think about this, like May 6th. And what's May 6th? May is really the third month of least, so that's 3-6, his death on 3-6. And I've said his death is on March 6th, on the Julian, okay? And then we keep going here. Isis is also, again, this proves this out. May 6th is May 6th, 3-6. Okay, then let's keep going. Then Isis is all 57. What's 57? 57 is the 50 is of May 7th, which is his reported day. May is really 3-7. Okay, remember how May is, this is really 3-6. Also, Stinky BO had the 56th inauguration of a president and the 57th inauguration of a president. So if you think about that as May 6th, that anybody would, if you're looking at dates, May 6th to the elites is May is the third month. So that's 3-6. And this is 3-7. And that's his 2 days I'm saying that he's going to die and be reported death. March 6th on the Julian. It's the Julian though. Okay, it's the Julian calendar. March 6th, and then add 13 days to that, which is March 19th on the Gregorian. And then his inauguration of the 57th president, okay, is May 7th, but May is really the third month at least. That's 3-7. I know it's weird. This is so stupid the way they do this, but they hide it. That's how they have to hide it. And then you add 13 days to that, and you get what? You get 320, his reported death day. 320 on the Gregorian. Okay, bam, it just keeps going. Okay, next is Isis is born on. And we literally have, look, we have, this is kind of scrambled here, but it's really 216. So you see, or 216 is 216. And what's 216? February, first day, or 10th, or 28th. 2 plus 8 is 10, take away the 0, and then 2022. And then we have his next birthday, his big birthday, is on actual 3/23. I share with you on the Gregorian. So this is Julian, first day of February 28th, 2022. 222 is hidden in 6. Oh, and then his first actual day on the Gregorian birth is 3/23. When lightning falls from heaven, that's the first tsunami day. Okay, and it's all right here. And again, this is also 9 plus 7 is 16. That's 2 and then 16. 2 and then 16, and that's all here. So you have the first birthday on the great Julian, and then the next birthday, one of the other birthdays, as far as when he's actually comes back to life from lightning falling from heaven, and then when his birth happens on that day, when Satan falls from heaven, strikes his dead body, he'll be the king of the zombies. And then that day, the tsunamis happen. That's water breaking for his birth on that day. That's what that's doing. Okay, believe it or not. Okay, and we're gonna have water breaking for his day of his birth with Oroville Dam, and I'm gonna prove it by the exact day of his birth. It's crazy. You wait for that one. Don't go away, folks. Stay tuned. You won't believe that when I show this. Oh my goodness. So then Isis is born on what? We got 2 dates in here. We have 2 plus 4. Okay, is 6. 9 plus 16. 9 plus 6 is 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. So you have 6, 6, 6, 6. Remember, 66th day of the year is his reported day of birth on the Julian. Okay, it's March 7th on the Julian. Okay, and then it's also 2, and then you get anything you add 9 to stays the same. You get rid of 9, and 4 plus 6 is 10, or you can just add this all up, and this will end up being 15, and then that's 6 plus 4, whatever. It doesn't matter how you do it, but the easiest way is knock the 9 out. 4 plus 6 is 10. You have 2, 10, and 6. Do you see how this works? 210 is that hidden 228. February 28th, because 2 plus 8 is 10. Okay, again, Isis is born on 210. There it is right there. And then we have this right here, 66. That's his birth, death. Birth on the Julian. Actually, they're both on the Julian. Birth on Julian, death on Julian. Wow, okay. Then also, Isis is born on 210. We have 66, 66, 66, 66, and we have 65 and 66 here, and 65 and 66 here, and then there it is, 66 right here. It's all there. Okay, and then let's keep going here. And then also, Isis is 78. Okay, and again, Isis is capital, so we can use that because as long as we have at least one capital letter in here, we can use Francis Bacon or reverse Francis Bacon, all that. So that's 78. The 78th day of the year is what? Take 13 days away, and you have the 65th day of the year, which is his death on the Julian, like I showed you earlier. Add 13 days to it, just like with Denzel Denzel or Hayes and whatever and all that. And Denzel or Hayes and Washington were 78, remember? And then so Isis is 78. Isis is 78, and Isis is born is 78, or 7. 9 times 8 is 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. Or just get rid of the 9, make it easier. 78, 78, 78, 78. Are you kidding me? So his death is in his birth. Yep, there it is. Okay, now another thing, I'm going to switch gears now. Let's go to the middle, going into the timeline here. 4th and 5th days on the Gregorian are going to be the 16th and 17th. And that ends up being in Israel, Purim. Okay, the 2 nights of Purim, basically. Okay, Purim, it just happens to be a massive celebration of Israelites, I should say, Israelites, that's the old term, Israelis or whatever, of, the zombie walk. And that's 4th and 5th days, I've said for like 3 years, are zombie days. And this is massively programmed for this, timed perfectly for this. The annual Tel Aviv Zombie Walk has fast become a Purim institution with the number of zombified participants rising every year. Now thousands, a certain amount of thousands every year now. Look at that. That is Purim. That is the zombie walk in Purim. It's crazy. This is hitting perfectly for my zombie days. And keep in mind, okay, let's just do this. Keep in mind now, okay, Israel is over 90% hokey pokey. Oh man, keep that in mind. Oh my gosh, at least over 90% hokey pokey. So zombification extraordinaire, unfortunately. Oh, these poor people. Okay, let me show you something else I included in this video. I had to because it's apropos completely. So this is the day I'm saying he's remember Lightning falls from heaven on 323, but on the west coast, on the east coast, it's 324, depending on time zone, right? So from his actual birth to 324, the tsunami day that hits New York and everything, because that's the water breaking for his birth on the 11th and 12th day. From there to there, he's 60 years old, 6 months, 6 weeks, and 6 days. That's all a coincidence? I don't think so. And it literally shows you that we have 14, which is 7 plus 7, and 777, and he's going to be 777 or godlike status in 2022. But this is incredible. That is planned. If you can't, and then now even more attached to that is Trumple. Trumple, let's do this. Let's go from his birthday. So he's not related to Obama at all, right? He's not the John the Baptist of Obama, anything like that. He's not the antithesis, but really supposed to be the messenger in an antithesis way. No, nothing like that. No, nothing like I've said ever. So from his birthday, we're going to go backwards because we're showing the numbers here, but it's the same thing. It's just the way they do it right here. So this is his birth, and then to this day would be the last day of the U.S. Okay, so from his birth to the last day of the U.S., because you remember he said a storm is coming. And this is equated to his birth right here. Now, from his birth to the last day of the U.S., the storm that's coming to destroy the United States, that he was basically saying is 6 years, 666 months, 660 weeks, and 600 days. Perfectly. That's a coincidence? And this is a coincidence in my timeline? I don't think so. I don't think so. If you think that, wow, get yourself examined by the Lord, really. And then look at this. Again, we have Obama's last B-Day, his last B-Day, to the first Zombie Day. Remember I said Purim starts on the 16th. Zombie Day, okay, is the two movies, 28 weeks plus 28 days later is Zombie Day, and that's finally been solved. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. And Stinky Bo is 23 on his jersey when he was a high school basketball player, and then on his presidential portrait, hidden his legs upside down and backwards, is 32. That I've shown, and one of his legs is a black mama snake slinking in the grass in the garden. Are you kidding me? Okay, so now I'm gonna show you this. This is part of the timeline right here, so you get a little bit more familiar with it as well. Again, these are the first days right here. Again, this is Gregorian, and this is Julian. So when you're experiencing this day on the Gregorian, you really experience this on the Julian. That's the time warp that you see in all kinds of movies and all kinds of stuff. It's not literal, it's figurative, but based on these two timelines. And I'm not going to go all the way down to here, 26th and 27th, or this one all the way down to the 13th and 14th. I'm just going to show you a couple things to prove this timeline with a few births and deaths of celebrities. No, just a few births and deaths of these people. Just about three here, okay? So we have this. Anyway, I'm not doing it really well here. Yeah. We have... Yeah, okay. Yeah. What am I thinking? I don't know. That sound, it was just like, oh, what was that? Oh, okay. Yeah, well, it was behind me. It just came from nowhere. So that kind of threw me off here. Anyway, who cuts a cake like that? Who cuts a cake like that? I mean, that is psycho. I told you I heard something. Like, what? I have forgotten that I didn't. I was going to put it in, and then I put it. Anyway, okay. Yeah, hey, this is high quality editing going on here. So, all right. Anyway, sorry the pause here. Anyway, I thought I was going to. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so yeah, that is crazy. Anyway, I mean, would you cut a cake like that? I mean, that's just weird. Anyway, I just had to throw that in there to make it funny. So, this is the first day, and I'm saying she's going to croak, or she's going to be taken out or something, or she's going to be removed or something, but I think she's going to croak more likely, but it could be either way, just not there anymore. So anyway, because she's Lily and Betty White. Betty White. Anyway, so there's a lot going on there. Okay, so she's in the cake. Now look, this is their death. This is the first day of the birth of Stinky Bo and the king, and so her death would be the birth of the king, which is Charles. But that's really representing the death of the queen, being Stinky Bo, the queen, Isis, the female and male combined will give birth to his being the king in a sense. and a queen. That's weird. I hope that makes sense. But this is her birthday, her actual birthday of February 21st, 1926. And we're going to put these together, okay? Watch, we're going like this, boom. Okay, we're going to basically take this, 4, and then 2 plus 1 is 3. And then we're going to take 1 plus 9 is 10, and then we bring the 2 and the 6 down, just like that. Now we're going to go on the bottom here, we're going to go up, we're going to go 3. 1 plus 3 is 4. 2 here, 2 plus 8 is 10. Okay, now we're going to bring this completely together and show that these completely match. We have 4, 3 is 3, 4. It's just backwards from each other, okay? And then this one here is 210 or 210, 210, 210. The only difference is this is hiding 2022. So these are numerically alike. And that's proving another way of many things I know that some of shared on my past videos for the last month and a half or 2 months, maybe more than that actually, about her death day being this numerically. Now we're finally going to get it, I'm pretty sure, and this proves it a huge way. This proves it by having both dates, and they both, when you put them together, her birth is his birth. I'm sorry, her death is his birth. That's what they love, birth and death together. They are the same thing to them. Okay, so these equate completely. If you see that, you just follow that. Okay, now you're dead. Yeah, he's yeah. Gonna get shot or something. Okay, and then, you know, he's just gotta be a little brat, sticking the dead sheep tongue out in one eye, because he's the eye in the pyramid, whatever. Okay, here we go. So then this is his day. This is the day of the main day. This is also reported day of his demise too. Like I said, this is his main day. So I'm going to show you how this matches his birthday. So here we go. So here's this right here, right there, okay? And this is his death day here, and this is his birth. See, this is how birth matches death, but we're taking 2 different dates. We're going Julian, and how they're going to show this, because this is saying, hey, this is what's going on right here. Let me show you how these go together. Now we're ready. Here we go. So we have 8 plus 4 is 12. Okay, and then we have 1961. We're just bringing right up. Now we'll go up here. We're going to bring this down. We're doing the 319 down, and we're going to take it like this. What we're going to do right here is March 6th is really, again, to the elites, the Roman calendar is 1/6. Okay, just one little tweak right here, and that's what usually it is. Just one little tweak somewhere, or something backwards, or something, whatever, hidden. Okay, so then boom, we bring this down here, and then we have, boom, bring them together, because guess what? We have 19... and then 16 is backwards, 61, and then we have, of course, 8 ends up being 12. 8 plus 4 ends up being 12. 1 plus 2 is 3, and there's the 3. So we have 3 and 3, 1961. 6 is this is just backwards. So this equals that. Okay, and these are 2 different dates of 2 different calendars, just a month and day. Are you kidding me? And then we got this guy. We just have this guy. Who cares? So yelling and stuff. So here we go. Okay, ready? Okay, so this guy is on the last day. This is his demise, okay? It's Trumple Thin-Skin. That's why I call him Trumple Thin-Skin, because he tries to make gold out of hay. He tries to make hay. And he's Mr. Thin-Skin. That's why I call him Trumple Thin-Skin, not Trumple, not Stiltskin. Call him Trumple Thin-Skin. Because he's, anyway, any other things. So, there's my little thing of him. There he is, making gold out of hay. Making hay. Are you kidding me? That's why I call him Trumple Thin-Skin, and that's why I call him Trumple. That's why I call him Trumple, to hide his name, also for the Al Gore and rhythms. And then for that reason, just because he's a fairy tale creature that people believe he's turning turning hay into gold. And people actually believe that, and he's going to be eliminated on this day. He's going to come in this day. He's going to leave this day. Come in, and then who cares? He's just going to leave because he's great. He's wonderful. I mean, give me a break. He's going to leave. He's got 8 days. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 if you include the day. So I guess 7 days completely. Well, 8 days because he might announce one day sooner on in his rally thing. So 7, 8, whatever. Include the day or the day before, whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay, so here we go. Ready? Okay, boom. So this is demise day. This is his death of the screamer here. Okay, anyway, and then here's his birth right here. Boom. Okay, he's born June 14, 1946. Okay, now let's bring these together very simply. Again, just one little tweak here, right here. So March 20th is really first month of the elites. I've said that 1,000 times. So 120. But but this is 3 plus 7 is 10. We're just gonna leave that. And then there's go to the next one here. Then we have 6. 6 plus 1 plus 4 is 11. And then we have 1 plus 9 is 10. 4 plus 6 is 10. These are interesting dates that they do when they make these both 10, because that happens a lot. So again, we have really 1, 1, 1, 1. We can take away the zeros, but we're not going to do that just yet. But there we go. See, we take away the zeros here, and we have 1, 2, 1, and we take away the zeros here, 1, 1, 1, 1. So ultimately, what do we have here? We have something even greater. I don't know. I'm going to get into this in a second, what we have right there. But right here, see this right here? 320 of this year. Go back to 3/20/15, and that's exactly 7 years. This is what we've said. What I've said here, and I've been working with my brother Constantine on this for a while. We're trying to figure this out, and we finally hit it, where this is the beginning of, in the middle of 7 good years on this side, and then 7 bad years. We thought these might tell the tale, but this is ultimately telling the tale. That day is the first day Trumbull gets killed, and that is an attack with Nukesals and Manhattansals, and even Obama said that in a summit, and he said, "I'm more concerned about Nukesals going off in Manhattan." Whatever. I said Nukesals, but he didn't say that. So, yeah, and that he basically said what was going to happen. A Nukesals going off in Manhattansals. So, and then there it is. Boom, that's going to really kick off WW3, and that's going to kick off the 7 years of nothing, of really bad. And I'm going to show some of the symbols of that I've seen in some stuff here coming up here. So, and then check this out. So then we have this, right? And then we have 7 days later, okay, from that going to the attack on Trumbull. Okay, 7 days later after that, we have this. So 7 days after the Trump, so 7 years from that eclipse, the middle of the blood moons, triple tetrad blood moons, to his demise. From his demise, 7 days later, 7/7 is this amazing sign. Boom. And then this is March 26, or 326 backwards. 326, 623. And Jesus said to me, 923 is 623. 923 was in 2017 was the sign, Revelation 12 sign. And this is the bookend of 623. 923 is 623, but it was just backwards. 623 backwards is right here. Boom. And this is incredible sign that it's time to go. Time to go. And another evidence of that, I have many of them, but I'm not going to get into everything on this video, is 923, 2017, that's the Revelation 12 sign, to 623 backwards is what? Exactly 235 weeks, among many other things. I'm just not going to show them all because I don't want to have this. I just want this a certain length. I want to get much bigger. I don't want to get to 2 hours or anything like that. So I'm already over an hour, I think, probably. We'll see. So boom, 235 in Greek, in Hebrew, is to go, to disappear. Are you kidding me? And there's many others, but I'm just going to do that right now because that's the most right now. That is 235 is, so from this one saying that we're going to leave, the man-child going to heaven, that's the sign. And then this one actually being the case, I believe, the last day, the 26th going to the 27th right here, is boom, to go, to disappear. Yeah. Okay, so back to this. What I was saying about this was the 1-1. So Trump's is 111 here, and then this date is 111. So again, 2 is just 1 and 1. So that's the point. 111 matches up with 111, and so you just take this 1 and that 1 and make it a 2, and that's what it is. But ultimately, we're looking at 4 1s. So check this out. I'll be back, Bennett. I'll be back is 1-1. 1-1. Get it? 2 is 1-1. Okay, so it's all about the 1-1-1. Are you following me? Hopefully you are. So I'm going to show you how this programming of I'll be back and other things is about him coming back on this day of 1-1-1. These 2 dates together make 1-1-1. 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, got it. 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Crazy. Okay, here we go. Then we have pig. Okay, Trumple's been equated to a pig many times. Why? Because pig is 49, and pig is not only 49, which is 7 times 7, his death day, and also 7 plus 7. It's also 1, 1, 1, 1. So again, that's 9, and 2 is 11, so it's 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, for this day. That's why things are coming up. That's why he's been equated to being a pig many ways. I'm just showing you one right here and one right there. I mean, that's gross. Trouble pig. I mean, are you kidding me? There's just so many ways they have. And again, these are all symbols. Again, you think, okay, they're doing it because he's a pig. They think he's just nasty, he's bad, whatever. No, it's the world's doing it because it's gematria. It's what it is, and it's telling the time and the date, and that's showing the time. Okay, and then we also have the word heart. Heart is also in heart is 13, and then we have 1 plus 1 plus 8 plus 2 is 3. So why is that? Because 1 plus 8 is 9, take away the 9, and you have 1 and 2 is 3, okay? That's just the way it works. Or it's 12, and then take 1 plus 2 is 3. It doesn't matter. So it's 13, 3 is the first day, and so that's why there's all these hearts showing up in the iPad Goat as well. And not to mention the 214, which is the second month, 14th day, and that is Valentine's Day, people think, but no, it's just this. They use the symbols to show you the numerology of 214, and that's second month, 14th day, and that's the last day and when he's born as well. So there's a lot, and that's the first day. The hearts is the first day, 313. Hopefully that makes sense. And then so you make this. Now let's combine pig, which is 111, and heart, which is the first day, and we got pig heart, and then we have. Patient in groundbreaking heart transplant dies. The first person to receive a heart from a pig dies. Again, pig is gematria, heart gematria, like I just showed you, and pig heart. And then what is this guy's name? David Bennett. I'll be back, Bennett. Bennett. Oh, there's Bennett. That's it just happens, right? It's just, there's no programming at all. Bennett's not a big deal. It's not around or anything. And John. We have Bennett, and we have John Trump. He'll be back. He'll be back. Seriously. I mean, the Trump and I'll be back. And then look, here she's holding this shirt, and look, it says 2020, which is 22. He'll be back in 22. See, 22. And so this is not something that just people are making up. They are propagating this too. She's holding the shirt that says, I'll be back. Seriously. I mean, wow. And so the hidden thing is John, okay? Now, and then we remember Bennett, okay? Remember Bennett, the pig's heart and the pig and the heart, and it's all for this time, okay? Hope you follow me, okay? We have Bennett, John Bennett, John Benet, John Bennett, John Connor, Miles Bennett Dyson. And that's just some of them. And these are all coincidences. This is about death and then rebirth. This is about death and rebirth. This is about death and rebirth. Nothing going on here. Seriously, this is Bennett. I'll be back, Bennett. John, I'll be waiting, John. Right here, that is John Bennett. John Bennett, Jean Benet. And by the way, Ramsey is Ramses. Ramses is the Pharaoh that was with Joseph. Ramses II was Pharaoh with Joseph in the 7 years. Remember the 7 years of. We're back to that. I could go slides back to that, but that's what's going on here. That's confirming that in programming. And by the way, who is this person? That's Katy Perry right there. Right there. She's repackaged, repurposed her death, and she was rebirthed, and she did a video called Dark Horse, and she's acting like Ramses and hinting that she is Ramsey. Watch the thing, Dark Horse. She's Ramses the second. Anyway, there's a lot going on here. And then we have another Bennett. I'll be back with Bennett. I'll be back with Bennett. Okay, you could say whatever. I'm doing this massive guessing based on massive programming. I'm not even showing you just showing you a slice of a big pie of the stuff that I know. And here, there's Bennett, and then look, we got the war going on. We got all that stuff, and he's in this somehow. Well, I believe Trump's going to do something here. But look, okay, so I'm going to play this first. You ready? How many times? This is about the programming that's all over our culture. We're ready?
I'll be back.
I said beat it. I'll catch this mouse myself.
Ha ha. I'll be back.
Oh, no, not another sewer.
I'll be back. Yorick, I'll be back. With weapons.
And look who they got to do the voice of Geppetto.
Yeah, that's good. Time for sleep. I'll be back.
Stay here. I'll be back.
You keep the block busy. I'll be back.
Presidential suite.
I heard Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe, Gladiator.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Cool.
Hasta la vista, wiener.
We'll be back for our stuff.
I'm back.
His star meter higher, his comeback faster. He's Bionic Buck.
I'll be back.
Coming back into relevance this fall.
But just remember one thing. I'll be back.
Oh, please.
What, did I embarrass you?
Embarrass me. I'll be back, please.
You're in a
The
costume.
optometrist just dilated my pupils. Everything's actually a big blurry blob at the moment. But get me. I'll be back.
You got this? I'll be back.
What?
Come on, tough guy. Test your strength. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back.
Yes!
It's a perfect evening. Terminator 2 and salsa. You'll be back.
I'll be back. Here's Johnny.
Hey, hold it. I'll be back, Benny. I'll be back.
Okay, listen, you got a copy of Aladdin for us?
Let me check. I'll be back.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
I've asked you not to do that.
On your marks. Get set.
Killian. I'll be back.
Hold it. I don't have a catchphrase.
I have so many of them. I'll be back. I'm back.
How you doing, Trench?
What should I tell your men when they find out you're gone?
I'll be back.
On Netflix. I'll be back. And I discovered that this modern world worships popular arts and entertainment. I'll be back.
I'll be back.
You're not going anywhere, mister. You got schmutz all over your face. Here, let Mama get it off.
No,
I told Killian I'd be back. I wouldn't want to be a liar.
Yeah, I'll be back, man. See that movie, man? You can rent at the local video store. I'll be back.
Zoe. Joe. I'll be back.
Schwarzenegger is phenomenal.
If you're lying to me, I'll be back.
Yep. Now say, I'll be back. No.
I'm almost out. I'll be back. You've been back enough. I'll be back. Yippee-ki-yay.
Wait, where are you going?
I'll be back. Ha! You did not gonna say that, did you?
That's what you always say.
I do?
I'm doing it. Then when the movie came out, I remember I was here in New York for the promotion, and I walked down on Park Avenue, this one fan came up and he said, say it. And I said, say what? And he says, say the line. He said, I'll be back. And I said, I'll be back. I said, no, the way you said it in the movie. And I said, I'll be back. I said, yeah. That's the way. I realized how powerful that line was and what a big hit it was.
So
and
James
became
Cameron was right.
Yeah, he was absolutely right. As always, he's always right.
Always
James
right.
Cameron is never wrong.
So let's talk.
Okay, so, man, I mean, do you get an idea of what the predictive programming that's going on with that? And it's for a reason. All this stuff's for a reason to tell you the future that's coming. And again, all these movies are about destruction, death, and rebirth. I mean, in so many different ways. And then if you notice here, there was a cartoon character that said, I'll be back. And then he said, here's Johnny. So you put them together. And then you also had in Terminator Salvation, John Connor saying, I'll be back. So they actually put it with John. So that's John being Donald John Trump. Again, secretly, you don't, it would be different if it was all these people named Donald or something, but it's John. It's not, and it's a more common name, of course. And even John is the numbers, and I forgot to put that up here. I was going to put John up here, and that's the reason for this. So I'll be back is 922. Okay, and so that is 1111. Okay, 9, you don't count 9, and that's 1111. Okay, remember we said about 1111. That's both dates together add up to 1111, the first day. Okay, that's why he's going to be back on that first day, because he's John coming back with Bennett. I'll be back, Bennett. And then all these other Bennetts, heart transplant Bennett, all these other Bennett, John Bennett, and all this stuff. I mean, there's even more than this, but I'm just throwing this stuff out there so you can see what this is. Okay? And I'm saying he's going to possibly come back and have some kind of plan with Israel. And this just happens to be a Prime Minister of Israel, Naftali Bennett, at this time, and he just met with Russia. So here I'm thinking about all this stuff weeks and weeks ago, but he's coming back, and Bennett and all this stuff, and I was looking at all this stuff, and then all of a sudden on the stage comes, and I should have said it earlier, but that didn't have to do with the last day yet, or the 14 days yet, or the first day yet. But here comes Bennett, and I was looking at all this Bennett stuff and even Jean Benet being Katy Perry and all this kind of stuff is crazy. So here he comes on the world stage with Putin. Boom. I mean, the timing isn't crazy. So again, I'm guessing on this, but I think that's how he's going to assert himself. He's going to, as a, kind of outside the political thing, but working with Israel maybe. Again, he's going to come back somehow. Minimum, he's going to announce being president, but I think it's going to be bigger than that. And then he's going to somehow mess it up. And then he's going to be blamed for what happens with these deals he's doing with Israel and Putin and all this stuff. Okay, the deals he got with Putin, and then he'll be back. So anyway, and then here we go, bam. So now not only do we have first letter code here of 1111, then we have English and reverse English, which are massive, and then this is 7 3 plus 4 7 2, and then we have. Again, this is 7-2 as well. 7, 1 plus 6 is 7 and 2. 7-2, again, the 72nd day of the year so we have his birth, and then this is his demise, okay, in the 72nd day of the year. So that's Stinky Bill's demise. And then we have, that's the 313 is, hold on a second here. What am I doing? No, actually, take that back. So that's the first day. Yeah, that's the first day. 70. I'm thinking 78. Gosh, all these numbers. Try to remember all this stuff and do a live thing. I mean, seriously, it's difficult. You have to really know, and I do. But sometimes you have a little bit. So right here, 72nd day of the year is the first day. Again, this is the first day. I'll be back and showing the whole first day, of course. So this is the first day right here, and the 72nd day of the year on the Gregorian is 313. Okay, now check this out. Now it's also 3. 4 plus 2 is 6. 3, 6. What's 3, 6? 3, 6, as well as this, is 2, 1, 6. So 3 is made up of 2 and 1, or 1 and 2. That's the only other options besides 3 and 0. 3 is made up of 2 and 1. Okay, that's it. So 2 and 1, or 1 and 2, is 2, 1, 6. Again, that's Stinky Bio's birthday. Again, we're talking about first day of his birth right here. 72nd day of the year is 313 in the Gregorian, and then we have 36 is 216. And what's 216 on the Julian, being the same day as this first day, but on the Julian it is 2122 or 228, because 28 is 2 plus 8 is 10. Take away the 0. 2, 1, 22. And 6 is hiding 2, 2, 2. Hopefully that makes sense, but it's absolutely what's going on. They have to hide it to some degree, and I finally figured out all their schemes here, and I think this is completely nailed. But again, this is a massive guess, but here we go. Now let's go to the next thing.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny. Here's Jackie. Here's Jackie. Here's Johnny. Here's Pork Chop. Here's Donnie. Yeah! Here's Cranky. Here's Corpsey. Here's Brucey. Here's Johnny. Here's Johnny. Here's Johnny. Here's Johnny. Here's Betsy. Here's Ducky. Here's Becky. Here's Petruchio. Here's Satan. Here's Raven. Here's Johnny. Here's Jimmy. Here's Ginny. Here's Johnny. I am Johnny.
Hey, I'm Kronos. Nice to meet you.
Soxy. Here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny. Here's Brownie. Here's Carrie. Here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny. Here's Annie. Here's Johnny. Here's Johnny. Here's Tommy.
Here's Jetsy. Over.
Here's Johnny. Don't say here's Johnny.
It's 10 o'clock. Here's Johnny.
My door. Luke!
Lorelai?
No. Landshark. Candy Graham. Here's Johnny.
Here's Ozzy.
Here's Tony.
Here's Johnny.
I'll be back. Here's Johnny. Here's Ozzy. Here's Johnny. Here's Johnny. Here's Johnny. Here's Caleb. Here's Huck. Here's Curly. Here's David. Here's Major. Here's Robbie. Here's Gingy. Here's Johnny.
And here's Johnny.
Here's Orange. Here's Granny. Hello? Hello? Is everything okay? Here's Millie.
Okay, so was that enough? I'm sure there's a lot more I could find, but that's enough for anybody. And so just real quick, just to hit this real quick, here's Johnny in English in reverse is 846. Oops. is 846, which is 8 plus 4 is 12. So 12, 126, and then, or 93 is 12. By the way, Stinky BO is 84 and 93 and 57, and those add up to 12, and 12 is 3. He's Mr. 3. He's, the godlike status of number 3. Not going to get all that. That's the pyramid and all that. Anyway, so they're both 12-6. And 12-6 is backwards 1 and 2. So you could say the first day of February 2022, or February 1st, 2022, or February 1. And that is 10, and that is 28. 2 plus 8 is 10. So that's what's hidden there. So that's also Here's Johnny as well. And there's more in the gematria in that as well. I'm not going to get into all that right now. I just wanted to show you that they're related. And then, of course, Stinky B, Trumple, his middle name is Johnny. So Here's Johnny. So it's all about this, when he's coming back. And again, I'm showing the first day on both calendars, and with pretty good accuracy here. So that's what's going to happen. I'm telling you, you'll see. And again, we're doing our best to guess here. So what he's going to do is, with these guys here and in the world stage, he's going to somehow insert himself in. Okay, he's going to insert himself in. Okay, and then it's just a little bit of a tell that here comes Bennett. I'll be back, Bennett. Here's Johnny. Get it? Okay, hopefully you do. But again, that's why they're programming this stuff. People are bringing it forward with all their thoughts, all their beliefs, all that stuff. Millions and millions and millions and millions of people, hundreds of millions of people over time are bringing this to pass, or allowing the demons to do this by saying this stuff, by watching all this stuff, by giving this power for this to eventually play out in front of their face in their lives. That's how this stuff works. This is the way it is, okay? So, I'm a Trumple buster. I'm busting you, Trumple. I ain't afraid of Orange Ghost. I'm a Trumple buster. Busted you, Trump. You guys are getting together somehow. And here we go. I ain't afraid of Orange Ghost. Anyway. And then, so, this is a rally that's coming out the 12th. And so I'm predicting that he's going to, again, this is based on their own information. Okay? I'm not divining anything or whatever. I'm trying to figure out what they're saying. Okay, and what they're saying and what they're doing, this is all planned. All these things are planned, all these attacks, and it's warning people. Anybody ultra-religious people that don't get that, you need to, and you know what, when this ends up being right, a lot of this ends up being right, because a certain amount of it will be, then, man, have fun how you're going to feel and what's going to be going on at the time. And that you mocked people, and then you scoffed, and you did all this kind of stuff, and you were on the wrong side of when this went down, and you could have warned, you could have opened your eyes and loved people instead of sit on the outside and mock people. And how dare you? How dare you? And the Lord's going to stand in front of you, and He'll be the judge, not me. How dare you? So this rally's coming, and it's so funny because I was talking about, I was putting this timeline together before this even come out, and it pops up right on this first day, the 12th and the 12th, 13th. Basically, I'm calling that a day because that's what that is. So each day is it's kind of a 2-day or 24-hour, more than that period. It's hard to explain. It's a time zone thing. So anyway, there we go. And then so kind of reiterate here what I've said before. This is finally going to happen, I believe. Again, this is a massive, crazy guess based on a lot of math. I mean, I'm talking about thousands of details here. Thousands upon thousands of details. Numbers, symbols. I mean, all these things, predictive programming, everything else. And so that's why I'm putting myself out there. And if you don't understand that, don't like that, go somewhere else. Because this stuff things are going to kick off in some form of this. I think it's going to be pretty dang close. And my timeline is going to be very, very close on all the events that are going to happen. Okay. So she's going to be gone. Oops, let me do this to recap. She's going to be gone. He's coming back in some fashion. This is probably going to be announced. We're going to have a La Palma probably go off again. That's what it looks like, and I haven't explained much about that. Then and what I'm going to show you about this is going to be crazy. The Oroville Dam, I believe, because, again, this is his first day. He's going to have tsunamis going for the water breaking of his birth. He's going to have this going on for his birth. Why? Because this exactly represents his birth. And I was seeing the numbers. I was seeing the symbols and different things. There was even a show called The Oroville. And it was about alien. It was kind of like a Star Trek, kind of funny Star Trek kind of thing, by the guy who made Family Guy and all that stuff. And it literally was promoting that as well, called The Oroville. And inside that is warning about Hoover in the Orville. Okay, and I've explained this before, but I'm going to wait until it happens to get into more stuff and throw something out there on Telegram to show people more. But this is great. So now watch. This is a document, okay, the first annexation, request for annexation of property for the building of the Orville Dam off the reservoir. And look what it's dated. This is literally exactly linked to Stinky B.O. because it's dated his exact birth day. And I have many other things that I've shared over time. And some things I've shared, but I know a lot more things about, that the gematria, this programming, when the last crisis happened in 2017 there in Orville, and all kinds of stuff to almost nail this. And this maybe nails it completely. This is the first day of his birth, and it's going to go off on the first day of his birth. Are you kidding? The first action done for this whole thing is right there. And I found this, all these I was pouring through a bunch of documents, and then part of that was these news clippings. Check this out. The Orville Dam, a train collision at the Orville Dam construction site. One engine was lifted off the tracks and pushed until it hit the roof of a tunnel during the dam construction. 34 workers died. 34 is 313. 1 plus 3 is 4. It's also the number for zombie. Zombie is 34. And Orville Dam is also predicting in its name, the Orville Dam is saying E till Hoover Dam. And that is 5 or 4 days till Hoover Dam. So we got 313, which is 3-4, and that's how many workers died. Now that's the first day, 313. Do we have the other day somewhere in this picture? Do we have the other day on the can you guess? Do we have the other day on the Julian calendar, which is the first day? Remember, it's February 28th. Do we have the other day right here on the Julian? Do we have it? Yes, we do. Right here. Look. Read it backwards. 5, and then 1 plus 8 is 9. 5, 9. The 59th day of the year is February 28th. And that February 28th is on the Julian is the same day as 313 on the Gregorian. Are you stunned yet? You should be. If you can see this and see that and not understand that, wow. Sorry if it doesn't make sense to you, but okay. So I'm not going to go through this whole thing. You can pause it here if you want. I'm also going to put this list, or you can take a screenshot. You can take a screenshot of this, or I'm going to list it in top of comments on this video soon. Not just yet, not as soon as I post it up, but pretty soon. So you can see all the events here and the exact days and everything. But I've already explained in the video these right here. And then what happens on the 4th and 5th day, what happens on the 7th and 8th day, the stock market crashes on the 9th day, the tsunamis on the 11th, 12th day, which is 23rd, 24th year, and then the last year, the rapture, and then the Obama appears to the whole world and everything. And this is through years of pre-predictive programming, iPad Goat, all the stuff that's basically, this is thousands of points of information, all kinds of data. I'm not being like almost everybody else on the internet saying, or on YouTube or whatever, saying, oh, this plus this equals this. Or this plus this plus this equals this. Oh, because it's 2022, there's going to be a massive thing that happens. No, that doesn't equal that. No, sorry. No, that's silly. Just because this is this and that's this is that. No, because of 1,001 and 1,000, another 1,000 things, this might be the case is what I'm saying. Because I use a lot of different things to triangulate these things through other many details. Okay, and that's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying I have it all right by any means. I'm just saying that how can you presume any of this stuff and by a few bits of information? You can't. I have lots of information from all kinds of sources. Even like I showed you astronomy. I showed you numbers. I'm showing you predictive programming, all this kind of stuff. They eventually equal something. So that's what I'm saying. So anyway, you can take a look at this. I'm going to pin it to the top of comments as well eventually. So have some patience with that if you want to see the whole thing, or take a screenshot here so you know what's going on. So I'm going to leave it at that. So thank you. Just want to thank you for watching, and watch my demise today and, coming up very soon. So, anyway, Sorry, I'm having fun with this because this is a crazy situation. All this stuff and what's going to happen, and everything, and it's bad and everything. And I have wept so many times in my life, and this time for the last 7 years since the Lord showed me this with dreams and visions of what's coming. And I just begged Him to, please, Lord, show me how to share this with people, how to best I can prove it to people or show them, because I already know it's coming. They don't. They don't know what's coming. I know, and I didn't know all the details, but I knew some major events, and I know what's coming down the road, and it's helped me to understand over time when it's going to be and all that. But I mean, we're right there. I mean, literally, war is upon us, and all these things, gas and all that, it's ready to pop off, and they're setting the stage for Putin to be backed in the corner, and then here comes Trump to, look like, the conservatives and Christians are going to think he's going to come save the day. And then you wait 7 days later, he's gone. And then what are you going to do? By the way, Jesus is still around. He's always been around, and you need to put Him first right now, this day. Put Him first, 100% first. Don't put some man up on a pedestal or man up on a pedestal or some system on a pedestal. It's going to fall and fall hard. It will. Fall hard it will. Anyway, I'm not going to try to do that. I don't have the voice for it right now. Anyway, so I just thank you. Also, if you ever throw some funds my way, I could use it right now. I mean, I know we're getting super close, but I need to pay a couple things, and I like to be able to pay my my landlord's rent on time and before all this stuff happens. I really believe we're right there. It's really crazy with this sign as well. It's extraordinary. The things the Lord showed me with some of these things, like what I've just shown you. I haven't shown you all the stuff He's shown me in so many ways, because most people would think it's too fantastical and they would just accuse me of all kinds of stuff. I've been given some incredible insights that I still, some of it the Lord He doesn't want me to share, just for me, or it's just for me and another brother or another sister or whatever and all that. And it's some stuff is just absolutely incredible. I can't even. Anyway, so I thank you so much for any kind of support and your prayers. And if you're able to throw some funds my way, I could use it right now to kind of, again, pay my rent at the time. I don't want to not pay it for this before this stuff starts happening and all this stuff, and leave Him whatever, it's all about doing the right thing and everything for me. So thank you so much. It means so much to me that you would even watch this. And if you can't, share this too. If you would share this, please. So this is Exalted Lamb 1, and just God bless you and the Lord bless you in every way. Exalted Lamb 1, over and out.